Want to see borders like this on your MiSTer FPGA on the Gameboy Advance core? Well, you know, stick around, watch the tutorial, and yeah, you'll be seeing stuff like this in action. You can even play your Pokemon games on your MiSTer FPGA with a Pokemon themed border. There's plenty to choose from. And you can play Castlevania Arrow of Sorrow, one of the best games on the Game Boy Advance. In fact, one of the best games ever made. If you haven't played it, play it, and maybe you want to play it like this with this border on your MiSTer FPGA. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into that tutorial so you guys can get this up and running for yourself. So you guys want the borders for the Game Boy Advance core. I'm going to show you exactly how to get that. Now, first of all, you need to be running an unstable version of the MiSTer operating system. I'll link a separate video down below where I've shown you guys how to do that before. I won't show you how to do that in this video. I've shown it off plenty of times, but you need the unstable version of the MiSTer main, the MiSTer operating system. It's easy to do. I'll show you guys how to do that. But let's say you are running an unstable version of the MiSTer main, then follow these next steps. So I just want to say a massive thank you to the MiSTer community in general. So many helpful people. So I checked on my Discord this morning. One of the moderators posted this saying, look, Dinierto's released these MiSTer Game Boy Advance borders, and even super helpful, Dave Wangilius over here showed us an option that we can add to our downloader.ini file, which is on the root of your MiSTer SD card. Don't worry, I'll show you how to set all this up. And then once you do that, it will fetch the borders for you. It's not something you would need to do manually, and anytime they get updated, whenever you run update tool, it will update everything for you. So if you do something manually, every time there's an update, you need to do the update manually. Nothing wrong with that, but hey, there's automated processes out there. The Epsilon has provided an excellent updater, and lines can be added to that to like bring other features there. So if you did want to do it manually, I'm just going to click on the link that Funky Coach Ice posted on my Discord earlier. So here we go. It will take you over to this link, but if you want to do it manually, just kind of go and click over here, MiSTer-GBA-Borders. And if you click here, you can grab yourself the zip, and you can install everything manually. Usually when you extract stuff, it's named in the correct folder, so usually you can just drag and drop it on the root of your MiSTer's micro SD card, but that is not the way we're going to be doing it today. So let's how should we start? Right, let's first start by actually grabbing what we need. So I'll leave a link to the Game Boy Advance channel on the MiSTer FPGA Discord server. As you can see, I've been asking for help there because I initially tried running it with the normal Game Boy Advance core, but you need the new core that Robert Peip is working on. And to get the latest version of the core, once you're on the Game Boy Advance channel, just go over to the pins. So once you click the pins, it's got all the important information on there. We're going to copy and paste this here. That's what I showed you on the other page as well. But we're not going to do that yet. What we're going to do first is grab the core. So if we go to download core, currently at the time of shooting this video, it's the third option down. And when we go over here, you can see it will bring us to the core. Now, we don't need this because this is just an example of what the border files look like. We're going to use the whole automated process, which is going to grab all of them for us. So what we do actually need is this here. This is the latest version of the most recent core Robert Peip is working on. It's the cycle accurate one. Definitely try this. You've still got the older version of the core, the one that updates all grabs. This is just in addition to that. So let's go ahead and click that little download button and get that download going. Okay, so for now we don't need anything else. So let me just minimize this, and here you go. In the background here, I have got my downloads folder, and I've got the root of my MiSTer micro SD card. Now, there's different ways of accessing your micro SD card. I'm going over a network because I'm only transferring some small files. If I was doing lots of large files, I usually take the SD card out of the MiSTer and stick it into my PC. But it's up to you how you're going to go on this. And then what we want to do is this core here, this .rbf file. For anyone that's unaware, cores are always .rbf. We want to go into console, and we just want to slap that thing in here, right? You can see lots of different RBF files in here. So let's just go here. We're going to have GBA. Okay, so I've got yeah, so that's the normal standard one. The other one's here. So the one, just take note of the one that we're putting in there now, 0405. So that was the 4th of May, right? That was Star Wars Day that this was released yesterday. So that's kind of going to copy over. There you go. That's copied over now. So what we want to do now is, let's go back to the root of a micro SD card. Let me go back over to Discord now. So what we want to do is, if we go back to the pins, pins, So this is the code here. Add this to your downloader INI to grab the current Game Boy Advance borders. They will go in games GBA borders. Right, so what we do here, look, there's a nice copy button here that makes it convenient. So let's copy that. Tick indicates that we have copied that. So what we're doing now, the root of a MiSTer micro SD card, if you just kind of scroll down, look for a file called downloader.ini. Now, if this is the first time you're doing it, it might be possible where your INI file won't open if you double click it. In that case, just right click, open with, and choose like a text editor or some kind of, like a word reader. Like Windows built-in Notepad is absolutely fine. It always does a great job for me. So if you look at the kind of structure we've got here, we've got like the brackets and we've got what we want it to grab. So let's press like from the bottom, we want to leave one space of one line and then copy paste what we just copied earlier. So I'm going to press Control V, and there you go. We've now added the option to download these borders. It will be an automated process. So what I'll do now is you can just go File and Save, and that's it. You've now added that option to download those borders to the download.ini, and now whenever you run Update Tool, it will check, and if there's new borders, if there's any updates, it will grab that for you. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Let's run Update Tool and see if it actually works. Okay, over on my MiSTer now. So let's go over to scripts, and we're just going to run Update Tool. Sorry, I've got quite a few scripts on here, but for those of you that haven't got many scripts, you've just got Update Tool, just go to Update Tool and press that button and update it. And while it's updating, somewhere within the text, like very, very quickly, it will mention that it is doing the borders because that's what we've added. Here you go. You just saw it there. Did you see it there? The Netro MiSTer-GB Borders and DB section. So there you go. It's starting that and it's actually downloading that. Very, very easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now we're back on our MiSTer FPGA. Let's see if those borders are working. So we're going to go to console and we're going to find the new Game Boy Advance core that we just put on there, which is this one over here, GBA new 040525. So let's go ahead and give that core a load. Again, all this stuff real time, so you get to see it as I am doing it. That's what she said. Right, okay, so let's now load up a game and let's load up something a little bit special. Let's load up one of the Super Mario Bros. Advance games. Let's have a look. Wow, there's a lot of games with a letter S. So yeah, let's go this. I like Super Mario World. The SNES is the best, but I did enjoy playing it or replaying it on the Game Boy Advance when it was released. So how do we get these borders on? So let's go into menus, and then what we're going to do is we are going to go, I think it's in video and audio. Let's have a look. Here we go, borders. So we're going to go borders on, and there you go. It's well, okay, so I did have a quick look at it. That's why the Pokemon one has come up. So load borders, and you've got lots of different ones over here. So here you go. You can go wood, anyone got wood, whatever you kind of want to do. Now, it's up to you if you want to use these. It's nice for MiSTer to have all these options, a different GameCube one. Now, from a content creation perspective, this is great for me because, if I think, oh, you know what, I fancy running something on there. Okay, so let's have a look at brush still, and there you go. Look, you've got like a MiSTer FPGA Game Boy overlay. Now, as far as content creation goes, I can do this stuff with OBS and pretty much make whatever I want, but it's nice to have this on your MiSTer FPGA. Depending on what kind of setup you've got, you can use different borders on there, and there's nothing to stop you guys from making your own borders. Whatever you want to make it. You want to go and play your Game Boy Advance like you're camouflaging, in the, I don't know, out in a military outpost somewhere. Well, you can do that. And having a look here we go. So nice metallic one. Again, I expect to see more and more borders come. I think this is just the beginning. It's available on the new core. We've got some planets as well. Wow, look at that. That really does look nice. Looks like a marketing piece. So that's kind of it for this video, guys. Wanted to show you these borders. Massive shout out to all the MiSTer FPGA community. I know Robert Peip is the main person working this core, doing the rework of this core. A massive shout out to Dinierto from Dinierto, sorry, I said it wrong. Dinierto from Dinierto Designs for actually working on these and putting these out there. I definitely look forward to seeing what more we get. Anyway, guys, be super awesome to one another. If you enjoyed this video, a subscription and a like is always super duper appreciated. This is Pixel Cherry Ninja out.